Hi friends, guess what? We are going OG style back to the beginning. I'm back in my car filming a video. It's just like the old days around here. I am so excited to share this video with you guys. I got 9 things for you, 9 of them. 9 things I wish that I knew back when I started my Ozempic journey, now coming up on almost a year. I started my Ozempic journey in November of 2021. It is now October of 2022, and I have picked up some tidbits along the way. If you are new here, my name is McKenna. Thank you so much for popping in and checking out what we're about. For my returning viewers, hi everybody. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do for our community. This is just a great spot to learn all you can about Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, weight loss. People talk about weight loss surgery. We talk about all the things here, and I am so thrilled to have you. So when I started this journey about almost a year ago, I immediately, after speaking with my doctor, went online to see what I could find about this mysterious medication that she wanted me to take. I had never heard of it. I was in the beginning stages of starting a journey toward gastric surgery that I had a whole bunch of feelings about. I didn't really want to do it, but I felt like I was at a loss and really had to do something. And so when my endocrinologist brought it up to me, I immediately was like, yeah, I'm interested. Like, let's do this. And then immediately went to Google and could barely find anything. And that's how this whole videoing my journey thing came to be. This is how I started this YouTube journey to help others find information that I was like so desperately looking for a year ago. So this video today that we're going to talk about are the things that I feel like everybody needs to know when they first start their Ozempic, Wegovy, maybe even Mounjaro weight loss decision and then journey. This medication is a lot for some people, and this is just a very basic overview of what I wish I would have known and what I think other people should know before they are getting ready to start, before they even take their first injection. So I'm going to preface this by saying, and I try to say this in all my videos, I am not a doctor. And so that leads me to number 1. If you are going to do this, you need to be in touch with your doctor. You can look up all the videos in the world that you want to. You can do all the research. You can go on all the groups. You can Google to your heart's content. But the most important thing is this is your health. And you need to be in constant communication with your doctor, your prescribing doctor, your PCP, whoever is involved with making sure that you are healthy and well. That should always, always, always be your first go-to for any serious questions that you might have about taking this medication. This is a heavy-duty medication, and if you are not in constant communication and open communication with your doctor, then I don't think that this medication is going to work well for you. And I would be surprised if you are not in good communication with anybody who is providing care for you, that anything is going to work. You cannot do this simply by watching YouTube videos or by joining groups. You need a prescriber. You need to be in constant communication with your doctor. And if you're not feeling well, and if you can't handle the side effects, or you can't handle what's all going to go down when you start taking this medication, then you might need to explore something else. So that is my number 1. The second thing that I wish I would have known at the beginning was you have to get your mind right for this process. Okay? You have to go into it with a very cautiously optimistic approach and prepare yourself. And I'll talk about ways that you can do that in a little bit, but you also need to prepare your family. And for me, I think that I've been successful on this during this whole experience because I've had a very supportive family at home. There are times on this medication when you are just not hungry. And if you are just barely starting, and if you have struggled with your weight for a long time, that is going to feel so foreign to you. And you might have people in your family who are very accustomed to you eating large amounts or going out to dinner with them a lot or eating things that you might like. And you are probably going to find, that you don't like or have a taste for or desire for or appetite for the usual foods that you used to love before. And sometimes, I did a video on this a while ago, sometimes loved ones want to sabotage us, right? And so, it can be challenging, and I don't know what's going on with this video, but anyway, it can be challenging to do this. And so you need to prepare your family that you are about to experience a lot of highs and maybe even some lows with your semaglutide journey. So what I wish I would have done was say like, hey, my doctor wants to put me on this medication. This is like a weird and new medication, and things are they're going to get a little weird around here for a while. And I think my family would have been like, okay, so we need to shift the way that we currently eat here. Or, mom might not be willing or wanting to eat on the same schedule as us. So that is what I recommend. And when I talk about getting my mind right, I also want to talk about looking at it like it is a long-term journey. You can't just be like, well, now I'm going to take this medication, everything's cool, and I'm going to just go ahead and lose 40 pounds. You need to be able to say, I'm going to lose 40 pounds in like 2 days. You need to really prepare for yourself that it is going to be truly a journey. And with that is going to be a lot of feelings and a lot of highs and lows. So that's the second thing I'd say. The third thing I'd say is do your research. Look at these videos. This is one thing that I so wish that I had had when I started. I started this YouTube channel, like I said before, because there weren't any. There was nobody talking about it at the time. And now there are more, which is great. I don't look at it like, oh my God, someone's talking about the same thing I'm talking about. I still go on and look at what other people are doing. And I'll link some of those really good resources in the description box, because there are some people who know what they're doing and they're either on Mounjaro or they're on another medication, but it's all good information that I wish I had at the time. So look at Google, go on YouTube, go through all my videos, check out all my videos. You can see me from the start to where I am now, which when I look back is like totally nuts. But you can also join groups. There are Facebook groups. If you go on Facebook, if you're old like me, they have Facebook groups, and now they have TikToks. They have the TikToks. And I actually have a TikTok channel. I'm trying, okay? But there's only so much social media I can do in a day. But other people are doing a lot of TikToks, and they're really informative and they're really good. And apparently TikToks aren't just for teenagers. I'm learning. So that's number 3. Number 4, don't be terrified by the side effects. There are a lot of questions that I get in my comments here on my YouTube channel about oh my God, I was so scared to start. I don't want to have nausea. And it's for me, and this is not for everyone, so please don't take it that way. Some people get really, really, really bad side effects. For me, my side effects, although sometimes were unpleasant, I was nauseous, or sometimes at the beginning I'd get a migraine headache. The side effects were manageable for me. And there are a lot of things that you can do, I have found, with this medication that have alleviated the side effects. For example, taking my medication at night before I go to bed. That way I'm not feeling side effects. Or other things that you can look back at some of my videos. I'll try to link them if I can figure out how to do it on this thing. But don't be so terrified by the side effects that you don't start. Sometimes I get people who are like, well, I have the medication. I'm just so afraid that I might throw up that I don't want to take it. Okay, but don't you want to do something about all the weight that you have to lose? So again, work with your doctor on that. And that is, again, not to say that some people are not going above and beyond with their reaction to this medication. I do believe that that happens, and that's why you have to go back to number 1, stay in touch with your doctor. Number 5, be prepared for a roller coaster ride, okay? And by that, I mean some weeks you lose a lot. Some weeks you lose a little. Some weeks, are kind of the same. Some of you might not start to lose anything until you're 6 weeks in and on the 0.5 dose. Some of you might take a longer time to titrate up because of side effects. You're not ready to. Prepare yourself for the ups and some of the downs. Just know before you start your medication, and I'm not saying don't put yourself into this paralyzed idea of, oh my God, I can't start because life isn't perfect. Life is never perfect, as we probably all know. Just start. Don't be so consumed by the fact that you need to be at 2.4 or whatever dosage on this, time frame that you think that you have for yourself. Work with your doctor. Some people stay on the 0.25 dosage and titrate up even more slowly. Also perfectly fine. Be prepared for ups and downs. Be prepared to not like the food that you loved so much. Be prepared for all of it. But don't let it make you so scared to start. They always say, just start. Just start. Okay, number 6, don't compare yourself to everybody else. Just don't, okay? Some people are going to lose 40 pounds in a week. No, I'm just kidding. Some people are going to lose 40 pounds in 3 months. And that is incredible. And we'll all be jealous of that. It has taken me almost a year to lose 45 pounds. You didn't put the weight on overnight. Some people will lose faster than others. And that is just how it goes, okay? If I looked on these groups that I'm in and was like, oh my God, Mary over here has lost 150 pounds in, 7 months. Mary's journey is totally different from your journey. And this is hard. This is a hard thing to do. You really want to compare yourself. You're like, well, damn, so-and-so's losing weight, 5 pounds a week. Well, guess what? There's a lot of us who are literally staying the same and then suddenly we'll lose 2 pounds, or suddenly we'll lose 1 pound, or suddenly, not so suddenly in some cases, we'll lose 0.5, half a pound. You can't compare yourself to others because that is a very good way to get discouraged and disappointed very quickly. And then people will be like, well, I'm just going to stop the medication. Oh, okay. So you're just not going to take it anymore because you're not losing weight as fast as you think you should. Stopping the medication is for certain not going to get you to where you want to be. Now, if you need to stop the medication for other reasons, it's, that's for you and your medical provider to decide. But if you are going to stop the medication just because you're not losing the weight as fast as, Ellen over here, then you need to reassess where you're at, because that is not going to benefit you in the long run. And I'll just leave it at that. Okay. With that being said, number 7 is you need to work on your patience now. Before you even start, you have to say to yourself, I need to be patient and understand that some weeks are going to be better than others. At the beginning, you might lose weight very quickly. You might not. Some people will lose weight very quickly and then go weeks and not lose anything. I feel like that's me. Yes, that is hard. I'm also the most impatient person probably in the history of the world, but this is something that I have learned over the course of the last year. You have to be patient on this medication, whether it's before, during your journey, or after, you've reached your goal weight. You need to just get in front of it, say, I'm going to do my best to be as patient as possible, and I'm going to work this medication and do all the things that I need to do. I'm going to drink my water and I'm going to stay the course. Okay. Number 8, focus on the long term. There's a saying out there, and I don't exactly know how it goes, but it's something like people expect so much in a short time. If you know this, put this in the comments, because I'm sure I'm totally hacking this. But people expect huge losses or huge accomplishments in a day or a week, and then they forget, you know, how much they can achieve in a year. So it's all about perspective, and it's all about having the focus on the long term. I always say, like, forest through the trees. Like, don't worry about, oh my God, I got to lose 5 pounds by December, Christmas time. Think about how awesome you're going to look a year from now when you've lost 25 pounds or whatever your goal is with your doctor. So focus more on the long term. And then the last thing that I think we all forget about, and this is something I really want to talk more about on my channel, is celebrate your wins, and celebrate some of your wins that aren't necessarily like the scale wins. Celebrate the fact that you're in a lower size, or that you lost a couple inches, or that you can cross your legs. I see that all the time with, you know, people who are on this medication. People are like, I haven't been able to do this in 20 years. I can cross my legs like a normal human being now. Like, those are things that should be celebrated. When you put on clothes and you're like, oh my God, like, I look good in these clothes. I haven't worn them in 5 years. Those are so important to celebrate, because that is what keeps you going when you can't focus on the long term, or you're trying to compare yourself to others, or the side effects for another week seem too daunting for you. These little wins, for example, yesterday I had a staff meeting. I'm like, oh my God, I got to put pants on that aren't joggers. I put on a pair that was 2 sizes down from when I first started my Ozempic weight loss journey. Like, I felt good yesterday. Now, on a day where I was kind of like, wow, I haven't lost anything in like 2 weeks plus, which is where I'm at right now, and I'm only roughly halfway to my goal, maybe a little bit more than halfway to my goal. But, you know, I needed that non-scale victory. I needed to celebrate the wins, that my pants were cute. I posted it in the community as well. You guys should check it out. They are cute pants. And I was pleased to be in them after a long time not being in them. But celebrating wins is a huge part of it. And so anyway, just to kind of recap this, and, you know, usually I do much shorter videos, but all these things I felt were important because I get a lot of questions about this kind of thing. And I just felt like it was important to kind of go back there and make sure that if you are new to Ozempic and you are about to start this, these are things that I wish that I had known from the very beginning. And when I went for the information, it wasn't there. And now it's starting to be out there. And I'm kind of proud that I've had, you know, a lot of people in this community that were like, thank you so much. I wanted to know about that. Literally. People watch my unedited, corny ass videos and like, they tell me that it helps. And I'm glad, because that's the only reason why I'm putting myself out there like this. Like, truly. And please check out some of the other creators out there who are talking about this journey that they're doing themselves, and support them. And again, as always, thank you all so much for being here. I so appreciate everything that you guys do. I appreciate the feedback, the interaction with each other, and most of all, the support for what we're trying to do here. And love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.